Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Eunice Ante, a mental wellness advocate. So you may be wondering, how do I know if I'm struggling with my mental health? Today we're going to talk about 6 main signs you have to pay attention to or look out for within yourself, your day-to-day life. And this is not to say you are weak or to bring any fear to you, but this is to help you check in with yourself regularly and to understand yourself also so that you can find some solutions or support for yourself. These signs or these symptoms happen to more people than you can think of. Sometimes you can't explain what's happening and you might be silently struggling and not know who to talk to. You are never alone. A lot of people experience more of this than you can think of in their day-to-day life, in their work, in your studies, or the day-to-day stress you may be experiencing. And it could be from how you feel. And I'm picking these signs from the definition of mental health, which is about how you feel, how you think, and how you behave. The first point is mood swings. Mood swings are sudden changes in how you feel. So you realize that your mood suddenly change. At one point you are so happy, and in the next you are all sad, angry, irritated by the small things that are happening around you, and it happens all in a short time with no reason. You can't really pinpoint where all this is coming from, and it can affect you because then you tend to lose focus from the things that you are doing. And it can happen to anyone, but when it keeps happening frequently or extremely, then that is when you need to pay attention to. That is when you need to take some steps to it. It can also be like you've lost interest in a lot of things that you used to like, and so you may think, oh, it's happening, but when it's happening frequently, maybe one or twice a day or frequently within a week, then you need to seek some support. It could happen even with adults. It could be from the medications you are taking, could be from any maybe existing medical conditions that you have, or menopause. Also before your period, you realize as a woman you feel a bit off. During pregnancy or even after pregnancy, that's postpartum, you could have mood swings. What can you do about this? It could be maybe a walk in the park. You could also do some regular exercises. Deep breathing can help calm you down, and you may not know, but the food that you eat can also lighten you up and refreshing you. Maybe eat some good foods or vegetables can really help you. There are certain ones that can help you, and I'll share them later. The second point is extreme feeling. Extreme feeling is when you feel so overwhelmed and it's so intense that you become so sensitive and anxious. You get so angry, exhausted, and terrified, and sometimes panicking, and you don't know what to do, and you can't even think clearly. You become so sensitive to everything, like light. You say, I want to be in a dark place. You say, switch off everything. I want to just have some peace of mind, or even smell, or you don't want anyone touching you. It could be that extreme feeling. And this could be maybe from past trauma experiences that you've had. It could also be hormonal imbalances, maybe during pregnancy. Lifestyle factors can be also lack of sleep. You had very little sleep. It could also cause that, and poor diet and stress. It could also come from maybe other underlying health condition that you may not have realized. But here is what you can do. You can get some relaxation, maybe deep breathing, like I said, is very good. If you practice like that with maybe 3 minutes a day, it could help calm you down so well. You could also get into some form of hobbies, and you could try some gentle exercises like stretching, or maybe stretching is a really good thing. You stretch maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes a day. It can really be helpful than you think. You can do that in the morning, maybe 5 minutes, in the evening 5 minutes, and it's refreshing you up. In the morning it wakes you up. In the evening you don't feel that body pain before you go to bed, so you can practice some stretching as well. You can also find hobbies that you enjoy that will reduce your stress. For me, it could be maybe drawing or writing. It could be reading, anything that would calm you down. And the third point is unusual behaviors. If you realize that your behavior has changed and constantly aggressive or constantly arguing with everyone that comes around you, and you don't even know why you are so angry. Or it could also be your sleep pattern has changed, whether you are not sleeping a lot, you are stressed out. It could be your eating habit, you are not eating enough or you are eating too much, and you can see that in your weight. You isolate yourself and you withdraw yourself from all activities. You have very low motivation in doing anything. It affects your relationship with people, and you've lost interest in the things that you used to enjoy, right? Maybe you used to enjoy maybe sitting and talking to people, going out. Now you are all locked up indoors. You tend to forget a lot and you're mostly confused. Sometimes it comes from headaches and you feel all burnt out. You can't do anything. Could be just stress from maybe just life situation. Maybe you're in a point in your life where a lot of things are happening and it's stressing you out. It could also be trauma, as I said. Stress could also come from medications and other health condition, like I said earlier. But for that unusual behavior, this is what you can do. You should be able to talk to someone that you trust, or see a professional or a counselor. They can help you understand yourself much better. They will ask you a few questions and you answer, and then it would help you. This is what I've been experiencing. I've never paid attention to it. You could also be around supportive people, and also you can pick up the routines that you used to like one after the other. One thing that is really good is you trying to keep a journal of the things that trigger you. If you realize maybe it is light, if you realize maybe it is this food, if you realize that maybe being around some people tends to trigger you and cause you to be very angry, or cause you to stay away from the things that you like, or bring out some unusual behavior in you, taking a journal of it helps you a lot. Just in any way, anyhow, that you think you would understand. The fourth point is substance abuse and alcohol use. You realize that at some point when you are all stressed up, now you start picking up some behaviors that you don't know. You think, oh, I'll just have one bottle of alcohol, and now you are taking it every day. And also maybe you get addicted to some drugs that you think calms you down. Now it's not helping you. Some people get addicted to some unusual things. They start eating rice, clay, all sort of things. You may know someone, or someone like acting in that way. And when it happens in this case, this is what you have to do. You need supportive people around you, and you need to make them aware of your effort to stay away from these things. It could help you a lot so that they do not enjoy and indulge you into these bad behaviors. Tend to distract yourself as well from the things that you are maybe addicted to or using often, that it's not really helpful or healthy for you. So find some hobbies, get into maybe volunteering, get yourself very busy and out of your usual routine. It can help you stay away from these behaviors. Also, it's important that you talk to a professional who may guide you and give you some form of maybe support to help you through that journey of recovery, or that journey of recovery as well. And it's important to take a journal of the things that trigger you into indulging into all these substances or alcohol. The fifth point is physical symptoms. So have you noticed that maybe you've had a bad news, you had a bad news, and all of a sudden you have unusual stomach pain, or you had to rush to the bathroom from panicking? And that's your mind. It happens when your mind is translating an information to your body, and your body tends to react to that. So whatever happens in your mind tends to affect your body as well. And some of these could be cause you high blood pressure, muscle tension, constipation. You may be feeling dizzy, or some people tend to faint. It could be from high hormonal changes, difficulty breathing, changes in your appetite or your weight, body pains, and also even your skin. You realize that you start breaking out, you're having acne. So I'll talk more about that in my next video, the mind-body connection. It could also be from maybe stress or lifestyle changes that could happen, but your body tends to react anytime. If there's a joy, it receives your body would react to that, and if there's a sadness, your body will also react to that. Well, for this, I would need you to talk to a professional first if you find out it's very unusual, because it's not all the cases where it's a mental health issue. It could just be other health conditions. So you need to talk to a professional first. You need to see your GP or your health practitioner to guide you on this. It's important that I'll talk more about maybe journaling another time, but it's important to understand things that causes you maybe to have that body reactions. But you also need to rest more often, relax, stretch your body more, eat healthy, and drink lots of water. You never know how water and the food you eat affect your mind and your body. The sixth point is physical harm. Physical harm can be self-inflicted or it can be harmed by somebody else. I'll talk more about self-inflicted harm. You may be surprised to know that some people inflict pain to themselves when they're having maybe extreme feelings, they are all anxious and depressed, or maybe in some health conditions. They tend to inflict pain on themselves, either by cutting themselves up, pulling their hair, burning themselves up, biting themselves up. I've seen that. It's crazy, and I hope nobody is going through that at the moment. Some also leads to poisoning, which also can result in suicide. For that, if you or someone is going through that, you need to call any crisis line that you have close to you. Either you call the police can be very helpful, or you call a health center, or visit the health center yourself, or call somebody, or see a counselor. It could be from toxic relationships, it could be from childhood traumas, it could be from some past experiences that has affected them in that way. When you know anyone who is going through that, trying to engage them in community activities like volunteering, engage them in things that they enjoy, hobbies, something to distract them from those thoughts that's of harm, of self-harming themselves. Also, if it's you, try to protect yourself from any toxic relationships that is causing you harm. And for toxic relationship, before you get out of it, try to create a safety plan that you want to stand by to be able to exit that safely so that you are not harmed. So all these signs may be one of them or any of them, someone may be experiencing it. If any of this relates to you or someone, it's not that you are weak or any of this happening to you. It's not like you're alone. A lot of people are going through this. So it's important for us to be aware about these signs so that we can take gentle steps or support. Remember, here are the two questions I always say is, how do you know this is affecting your mental health? Here are two questions you need to ask yourself. Is it affecting my day-to-day life? Is it happening frequently? When I say frequently, more than once a day or several times within a week. And you need to seek professional help. You need to talk to somebody. Remember, God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of sound mind. And I hope this video would be able to inform somebody about maybe their experiences or someone around them. Sometimes you notice someone is going through something and you can't understand, but these signs would help you know. You get to understand people better, so it will help you to know how you can also support them. Thank you very much for watching, sharing more real conversations, tools, healing tips, things that can help you for your wellness, for your growth and empowerment. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share with anyone who would like it. Watch out for my next video and stay blessed. Bye.